Welcome to ThinkTech on OC16, Hawaii's weekly newscast on things that matter to tech and to Hawaii. I'm Jay Fidell.
And I'm Duke Oishi.
As you may know, ThinkTech broadcasts a drive time radio series 3 days a week. The shows originate from our downtown studio and are broadcast on KGU 760 AM, owned by Salem Hawaii.
This week we'll show you our downtown studio and also take a tour of the mothership, Salem Hawaii's high-tech radio station on North King Street in Kalihi.
Live radio is exciting and dramatic. Behind the scenes, there's never a dull moment. That's why it's so interesting to see the places where these shows are made and meet some of the people who make them.
First, we want to show you ThinkTech's downtown studio located on the ground floor of the Davies Pacific Center. For its size, it's very high-tech and efficient, perfect as a satellite studio to the Salem mothership.
The studio's primary function is as a video studio, but we've adapted it to do live radio. Since it has video equipment in place, we also, therefore, videotape all the radio shows. Here are some samples. And his beat is energy and the economy. Wow, what a combination. And we're here with Brad Glosserman, the Executive Director of the Pacific Forum.
What we discovered this past September, some almost 2 months ago, was a U.S. ambassador is missing.
And here we are on Aloha Friday for a very interesting discussion about climate change.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to our Issues and Insights program.
Anyway, we have with us tonight Ed Wright from Verizon. And today we want to talk about solar. We want to talk about Provision Solar in Hilo. We want to talk to Marco Mangelsdorf in Hilo and get a handle on what's going on there, but also in a larger sense, what's going on in the industry, what's going on in the state.
We are going to be talking about Japan's politics, heads up for shifting winds, and
No one knows a ThinkTech downtown studio better than Jay Fidell. So let's follow him as he gives us a tour of the equipment and systems ThinkTech has developed. Watch carefully, as you'll see the studio is very small, and if you blink, you might miss something.
Then we headed off to the much larger Salem Hawaii radio station at 1160 North King Street in Kalihi to find out what's going on there and what kind of high-tech equipment and systems they have.
We were met by Patrick Leonard of Salem Hawaii, who showed us around the station and introduced us to a number of the staff and management there. As you'll see, it's a large station broadcasting on a number of AM and FM frequencies with a number of shows and studios.
We're right in the heart of Kalihi, right by Kapalama Canal. We moved into this building 5 years ago. They bought the building and gutted it and rebuilt it, so we have state-of-the-art radio studios now. The best technology that you can possibly have.
Okay.
Yeah. So people are quite surprised when they come upstairs and they see how nice our offices are.
Whoa,
this is the captain. The captain's on our
morning,
Cool
Captain.
Gold station. Good morning. Co-host with Ed Kanoy on our Cool Gold Oldies 107.9 station.
Oh, great.
Okay, now we're entering the production side of our studios. Phil Abbott, who does our morning show on Hawaii's Hot Country 97.5 FM.
Hi, Phil. What are you doing in here?
Playing country music.
And what is that program you're looking at?
This is called the Master Control Log, and it shows you what's playing right now is in green here. Our playlist is actually generated out of the mainland by a company called Dial Global, and it's set up every day in the order that they think it should be played in. We make a few adjustments. We can break anywhere we want, basically, but we play 2 or 3 song clusters, song sets. And there's a traffic report here. We can have it in the autopilot mode, which is this right here. There's auto.
They don't even need you here.
They don't even need me. We're being replaced by machines. But when we talk, I'll take this out of auto, and now it says MAN for manual.
Ah, cool.
So now the next element won't fire unless I tell it to. Here's a traffic bit. I'll just hit it and you can hear it.
97.5 KHCM.
A weather report is here.
Mostly sunny and breezy today with some isolated morning showers.
Yeah, and we have a bunch of different items here.
Oh, you get different pages.
Different pages of them, pages and pages.
When's your next break?
Next break, a minute. This is counting down also
Okay.
to the end of the song.
So what are you going to talk about in the break?
So we're gonna do this. We do this fluff birthday report, and it's from a service called Interprep, and they have a lot of stuff that we can talk about daily. Birthdays of famous celebrities.
Yeah.
Country 97.5, Hawaii's only choice for hot country music, Rascal Flatts and banjo. It is 8:11, Phil Abbott here, 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. We've got some visitors in the studio this morning.
Jay Fidell from ThinkTech Hawaii and Malcolm Ricardo, our cameraman. We're going to make a movie about Salem media.
Thanks a lot, Malin. Time to check big shot birthdays for this Thursday, November 15th, 2012. Hey, Jay, thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you, Phil.
All the news is produced from this studio and then shared between all the stations. But Chaz Ontai, he's our news director, and he produces the news probably from about 5 o'clock in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. You know, people want to feel connected to a personality. So they're doing a day in the life of Salem media.
Let me turn this down. Hey, check this out. It's on my desk this morning. Like
Beautiful.
Wow.
Brand new, huh?
my emergency battle.
Isn't that beautiful? We had 7 stations, and this is our news talk station, very popular.
So former athletic director Jim Donovan is off to the races, maybe in Cal State Fullerton. And the Stevie Wonder blunder is now looking like costing us a couple of million rather than a couple of 100,000. The majority of email right now is coming in. People want to know about our buddy Rod Tam. What's the latest on the Tam scam? Well, he's been ordered to pay back the money for the lunch tab. Remember, he said he's taking these people from China, developing a relationship.
So you're supporting the Mike Buck show right now?
I'm supporting all the shows right
All
now.
the shows.
This is the command center of our entire operation. It shows all 6 of our radio stations and where they're at. And there are people, Rafa's watching it right now, that come and check all of these computers to make sure that they're at the right settings. It's all automated. So a lot of our shows on, like our Christian station, talk station, come in by satellite. And then on our Wall Street Network station, which you are on, also come in by satellite. So, I mean, the timing of everything has to be perfect.
So you have KAIM FM,
Correct.
KGU FM,
Correct.
KKOL FM,
Right.
KHNR AM,
Right.
KHCM FM,
Right.
KGU AM,
You could sell for us.
KHCM AM, and I guess I had it
And
all.
we have a 7th station
Yeah.
that we rent out. So that's down at the end of the hall by the KAIM station. So we actually have 7 stations. Salem is a nationwide conglomerate of broadcast stations all over the United States and all the major markets. We're right behind Clear Channel and Cox in terms of size. Each station has its own personality,
Yes,
obviously.
absolutely.
So this is our Cool Gold Oldie station, which is one of the top 5 stations in the market, adults 35 plus. So we sell a lot of commercials on this station. Hey guys, can they just film you while you're doing your thing? No! This is Jay Fidell.
Hi, how you doing?
This is the captain, and this is Eddie.
Thanks, Carrier Surfboard, brought to you by our friends at Surf Garage. Be sure to drop in 2716 South King Street, just off University. 832-28 in front of 9 o'clock. Operation Christmas Child underway. Make you feel good. Here's Brenda Lee.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
Mahalo, you guys.
Hey, thanks. You survived 107.9 Hawaii's Cool Gold.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. Yeah.
Take care, gang. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay. Oh, there's our general manager.
This is our master control room, and being here for a year and a half, I've spent a few hours in here trying to figure out what's going on, and thank God I have Jack Waters to point out the stuff. We have all of our stations, and then we have KGU AM, which we have a lot of local great hosts that do shows on that station, which I'm very happy with. That's the master control, and then you've got to see The master mess.
The master. The master behind the master.
The master behind the master.
Jay will love this.
So here's all of our wires. We actually were we just had a whole new configuration of all of our T-lines and our bandwidth. It's been a very grueling year of having a lot of things change, but very prosperous for us because, you know, when you don't have enough bandwidth and you're doing a lot of things, you tend to go down more than you'd like to.
Yeah.
We kind of bring you back here. This is where our engineer would sit, and really, this is the mastermind behind the master control, I should say. We have a generator that we kick into, which we did have a little bit of a power outage a couple of times since I've been here, and the generator kicks in. We found that during the tsunami, we weren't prepared. We were prepared, but if we had to stay for a day or two or three, I really needed to make sure we had a few more supplies and a few more things, and so.
We have to live here.
Yeah, we would, and actually we did. We lived here for 12 hours that night and made sure that we were last on the air to
That's
sign
great.
off.
Do you talk nicely to the servers every day?
I do. I come in and I get on my knees and I pray for them every day.
Christmas boxes. Oh my.
This is Jay Fidell. This is my girl, Donna
Jay. Nice
Ryan.
to meet you. Yeah, thanks for being here.
So this is the warm room. This is the only
The
room
sauna,
in the
because
house.
a woman is in residence and she turns it up to 75.
Yeah, we love it,
70
though.
is Arctic freeze zone, and I don't do that well.
And you see the size of the studio.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the biggest studio in Hawaii.
Yeah.
We are the anchor station for Salem Media, and so we proudly get a nice, large-sized fish tank. We are 95.5 the fish, and you can see all the glass windows, which right now are filled to capacity with Christmas love.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you, family.
Dawn.
Good to meet you again, Jay. God bless you. Mahalo plenty. Thank you, Cameron Dude. God bless you.
That's what they call a firecracker.
That's what they call a firecracker. Absolutely. They said we were #1 in the nation.
They're trying to tell you something.
They told me my staff, my group. Hi, Erica. How are you this morning? Erica is one of our most favorite gals that helps us with all of our promotions and all of our major things that we do, and we're really happy to have her with us. This is Jay Fidell.
Hi.
This is Erica.
Hi, nice to meet you, Erica.
She's actually a student and majoring in communications and broadcasting.
Quick
I'll
tour
give you
of
a
the-
quick tour of the Don O'Brien office. So as you can see, she really did want to be Wonder Woman. It's not a joke. It was true. This is Dave Cerrone. He is my
morning.
local.
Hi,
He's
Dave.
the director of local ministry. This is Jay Fidell.
Jay Fidell.
Nice to meet you.
I have a conference call at 9 a.m. Woo!
Well, I'm Christine, so I'm the business manager here. I also handle all the HR for our 27 employees.
Well, tell us about your show.
My show, let's see. My show on 107.9. Basically, we play the best music ever made from the 60s and the 70s and into the 80s now.
That is the best music ever made.
Thank you. We highlight the Beatles. We do a Beatles feature in the afternoon and morning, and we take listener requests. And Hawaii just loves their oldies. And we're really pleased to. I'm pleased to be a part of that.
So what's the afternoon crowd like? Do you have a picture in your mind about who they are?
You know, it's fun because picture in the mind is what radio is all about. We can only go off of voices. So inevitably when people meet me, I'm sure they think of me entirely different. And same thing when I answer the telephones. I conjure up all these images of, a sexy voice. Wow. But after being in the business long enough, I don't have any expectations. So it's always fun. It's theater of the mind. That's part of radio's magic, is that it's a one-on-one relationship with many, many people.
Isn't that so?
Yeah.
What do they say? That when you're on the radio, you're actually speaking to one person.
Yeah, you really are. I mean, I try to entertain myself, and if I'm having a good time, then I think I've done the best I can do. and hopefully, and I know it'll translate to other people, and it feels good when you're in that zone.
And this is one of our most important departments, our traffic department. The people that schedule the commercials and make sure that they run when they're supposed to.
Can we come in and meet you?
Sure.
Okay. Say hello to Malcolm Macaro. He's
Hi, Malcolm.
taking your picture.
So this is Alina Feeney and Christine Higa, our traffic
morning.
manager.
So are you also the guys that keep a record of exactly when what spot plays?
Yes, yes.
So if an advertiser wants to know how many times, when it played, and so forth?
Yeah, that's all in, we use our wide orbit traffic system. It's all automated now.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is your office, isn't
Yes.
it? Yes.
It was actually a storage closet,
No.
and they said, this is the only thing we have. It's either this or sit in the pit. And I said, I'll take this, and they moved all, I mean, this was like computers up to, the ceiling, and boxes, and books, and tapes, and they had me pick my color, mango, Florida mango.
Very nice.
And
really nice.
So it's home sweet home, and I spent a lot of time here. This is what is so nice about our station. We have potlucks every month on the first Friday of the month. So we prepare food. Everybody prepares food just like a big ohana. We're like a big happy family.
This is a happy family kitchen.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
And you know what? We cleaned it up this morning because we knew you were coming. And this is one of the most important functions, I think, because she's the first person people talk to or the first person they see when they come into the station. And this is Jackie.
Hi.
Hi, Jackie. Smile.
And I honestly can say I've worked at all the major radio groups here. It's a whole different vibe over here. I mean, it's about love and community.
So people can send their job applications to you?
Absolutely. Well, not to me, Christine Tour, who you saw in the office next to Leilani. Yeah, we'd love to have you.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Talk radio is such an exciting medium. It's more personal than TV. The focus, of course, is on voice and the spoken word. When you're listening to radio, you can hear so many nuances in what is being said and not said, and even the breathing of those on the air. Somehow it's more intimate, more attention-getting than any other medium.
And these days in Hawaii, radio plays a part of the drive-home experience for so many thousands of drivers stuck in traffic, staving off the boredom and frustration of endless waiting and endless lines of traffic, providing the relief of conversation, company, community, and education on so many subjects for those poor, suffering drivers so truly in need.
That's why ThinkTech likes radio so much. Right now, our radio hosts include me as a host of the ThinkTech radio show and David Day, who hosts the Asia in Review show.
In the next couple of months, the ThinkTech radio series will be expanding to add a weekly show on energy developments and policy, one of the most important subjects and challenges affecting our state. It'll be called Hawaii, the State of Clean Energy.
The State of Clean Energy show will be organized and produced by the Hawaii Energy Policy Forum, the premier energy policy organization in the state, whose stakeholders are at the center of the Clean Energy Initiative. Here's Sharon Moriwaki, co-chair of the forum.
The Energy Policy Forum met last month and looked at the need for repeating some of the messages that we have on energy and where we need to go, and educating more of the public and really getting out more into the community. And we think it's ideal to have a radio show in the afternoon traffic to remind people of the need.
What kind of subjects will you cover on this radio show?
We're hoping to take the whole area of energy, from the renewable energy technologies, even a lot of controversy now about the discussion on liquefied natural gas, LNG, as a replacement for oil. We're also looking at technologies. What about storage? What about the undersea cable? As well as regulations, policies, legislation, all really impacting where we go in energy for the future. Outreach and communication, education, one of the major missions of the forum, as well as ThinkTech Hawaii. And we're hoping that this strong partnership really can get to different people than we've gotten on television, and also a lot of the briefings that we have will attract 200 people, mostly policymakers and people in the field. This radio show effort, I believe, is very important to the Energy Policy Forum's mission of outreach, communication, educating the public, especially the public who don't really have the time to know about what's happening in energy, because it's so important a driver in our state economy and for the whole environment and what we do about it. We really would like to talk to the public, the general public, because energy is so complex, it's technical. Most people kind of glaze over when you talk about electrons or what the technologies are, but it's so important to us. And that if we can get people who are in the field talking with the community and about what it is, then I think more and more people understand that it really is critical and needs our support.
We're looking forward to having this additional show in our series, as well as other new shows that we have in mind. So now that you know more about our efforts in radio, check us out 4 to 5 p.m. weekdays on KGU.
And now let's take a look at our ThinkTech calendar of events going forward.
Of course, as discussed, ThinkTech's 4 to 5 p.m. Drive Time radio series on KGU continues this week. Tune in to 7:60 a.m. for Tech on Wednesday, Asian Review on Thursday, and Potpourri on Friday, with the State of Clean Energy coming soon. Raise your awareness on ThinkTech Radio.
On January 24th, the Hawaii Venture Capital Association and ThinkTech will present the annual Entrepreneur of the Year and the Deal of the Year awards at a luncheon program at the Plaza Club. Sign up for these programs at hvca.org.
And now, here's Bill Spencer, president of the Hawaii Venture Capital Association, with this week's Spensation.
Well, here we are in post-election land, back to the old normal or the new normal or a new world, whatever it is. But there's problems, you know. It's almost like we return to where we started from somehow.
I know. I'm sick and tired of it, Jay. You know, the election is done. Sure, Obama's a lame duck, but we have work to do. You know, the Republicans have spent the last 4 years trying to assure that he wouldn't get reelected by preventing him from doing anything. And this whole fighting and bickering over ridiculous things, like, you know, the next head of the State Department, the Petraeus thing. I mean, Lord knows, I'm surprised they haven't threatened to, you know, impeach him because of the Petraeus thing. I mean, I'm just, you know, disgusted that these guys can't recognize the priorities that need to be addressed and get on with running our country. I mean, the stock market, you know, lost months and months of gains for, you know, fiscal cliff. Well, let's get on with it. You know, let's solve these problems. We can't afford to waste time, and that's what they're doing, wasting time.
The partisanship that was going on in Congress is still going on. You'd think that the election would have resolved some of that, but we're still back in partisan land, and frankly, I think the Republicans are responsible for it. What is so interesting, Bill, if you'll permit me, is last night we saw Lincoln, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And in those days, the obstructors were the Democrats, and the Republicans were the liberals. It was very interesting. The Republicans were seeking the 13th Amendment, and this movie, the Spielberg movie, is mostly about the internecine politics in Congress leading to the passage of the 13th Amendment in 1865, just before he was assassinated, and it was his greatest achievement. You learn so much about Lincoln and politics. Plus ça change, plus le même.
You're right, Jay. Well, I hope we can get on with it and get some work done. I think as citizens of the state of Hawaii, even though we had lower turnout than even last election, we need to get on top of our delegation and push them and encourage them to move things forward. You know, our senior senator, head of the Appropriations Committee, he's got a lot of clout, and surely he can't be happy with this back and forth and this fiddling around that's going on right now. So I think we have to push our delegation to get things done.
They should be courageous, take risks, and make every attempt to change what appears to be a continuing negative culture in Congress, a culture we cannot afford to have.
I agree. No more messing around.
Yes, now's the time. It's critical. Thanks, Bill.
All right, thank you.
We'll be right back to wrap up this week's edition of ThinkTech, but first we want to thank our underwriters.
Thanks to the Scheidler Family Foundation, which supports a number of educational, cultural, and charitable organizations, including ThinkTech.
Hawaiian Electric Company and its affiliates Miko on Maui and Helco on the Big Island are deeply committed to the communities they serve.
Galen Ho is a senior executive of BAE Systems, a global defense, security, and aerospace company, and CEO of CBI Polymers, a tech company in Hawaii.
The High Tech Development Corporation, the state's leading technology agency attached to the Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism.
Castle and Cook, Hawaii, with a time-honored legacy that spans more than 160 years and revolves around its mission of investing in Hawaii, creating communities, and providing for the needs of our state.
Hawaii Gas, formerly known as a gas company, providing cleaner burning gas products to the people of Hawaii. Proponent of the new initiative to provide the alternative of liquid natural gas. A Hawaii company that's building Hawaii's energy future.
Okay, Duke, that wraps up this week's edition of ThinkTech. Remember, you can watch ThinkTech on OC16 several times every week. Can't get enough of it, just like Duke does. For additional times, check out OC16.tv.
You bet, Jay. For lots more ThinkTech videos and for underwriting and sponsorship opportunities on ThinkTech on OC16, visit thinktechhawaii.com, be a sponsor or volunteer, and help us reach Hawaii.
I'm Jay Fidell. Thanks so much for joining us on ThinkTech. You can watch this show throughout the week and tune in next Sunday evening for our next important weekly episode.
I'm Duke Oishi. Aloha, everyone.